Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means share with anybody you think might get something out of it. Guys, bear with me. I'm exhausted. I'm doing my video because I'm concerned if I go lay down, I'm not going to get back up today. I can't believe it's Monday afternoon and I'm still thinking the weekend. It started Friday with that, 4-degree cold snap, so I had no heat calls coming in one after the other. Saturday, between trying to help a family member out with the snowblower, which we got running, and then a million calls coming in. Thank God I hadn't scheduled any work. I had a late night, and I was running around trying to find my snow pants. And Sunday morning, I was up at 6, immediately out getting gear together and getting equipment up and running and fueling things up and getting ready. And then the storm came in quick and early, so literally I came in, did my video, had lunch at like 2 o'clock yesterday, whatever it was. Went right out and started snow blowing. I was out snow blowing until I think 11 o'clock last night when I came in and took a 3-hour nap. Right back out at 2 a.m. and here it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just walking in my door. Exhausted between snow blowing and running my machine, the Bobcat. But you know what? It was great. I had a great time. Made a huge impact today, guys. One thing I used to do in the past is, when I needed money for drugs, is I'd run around and try to get flagged down by people to clear snow, and particularly in a big storm like this, and make a ton of extra money. I didn't need that today. I didn't have to do that today. I took care of everything we needed to take care of. I took enough time for myself that at least I was coherent and I was safe on the roads, because there was a lot of people out running around when they should have been last night. So I was glad I was sober and driving slow and not running around behind the gun, because I was prepared for everything. And that was beautiful. So we got well over 30 inches of snow here in Somerville. We got clobbered. It was crazy, slippery, just nuts conditions, but it went smooth as silk, and that's beautiful, right? Furthermore, when I went down to take care of my friend Marlene and her family, God, they had a lot of snow. Everywhere's a lot of snow. Her dad came out and insisted on giving me some money, and I tried not to take it, but again, I didn't want to insult the guy. And so, again, Marlene, if you've seen the video, thank you so much. It was incredibly kind. Don't feel it's necessary. I was more than happy. And it was nice, actually. Her and her dad and then her daughters were out there shoveling, so we got to laugh and joke a little bit. I didn't really get out of the machine. It was kind of busy. But beyond that, guys, that was just one random act of kindness that ended up getting rewarded monetarily. Like I started to say, in the past, I'd run around and make all this extra money. But today, I played a little game with myself. And guys, now keep in mind, the 30 inches of plus snow, the plow windrows in front of people's driveways and people's cars that were plowed in, we're talking 6 feet high, 10 feet deep. Trying to shovel that out it's a serious work, right? So anybody that so much as waved or smiled at me as I drove by in the machine got their car or their driveway apron opened up for free, and to the tune of about 35 people. And I tell you what, I made 35 or 40 real, because sometimes there was couples out there, really happy people today, guys. And I didn't even stop. Literally, I would just wave and thumbs up and oh my God, God bless you. There was one older woman, literally, I thought she was gonna cry when I did it for her. But you know what? I did that because anybody that was just, some people look at you and they look like you're an asshole because they're shoveling and you're in a machine. And guys, kindness is its own reward. And my way of promoting kindness is literally everybody that smiled or waved got all their snow cleared for free. It took me seconds. It would have taken them hours, right? And I didn't even when people would start to come up to the machine, I'm like, nope, you're good. And I just drive away before they could even, I wouldn't even open the window. So I wouldn't allow them to pay me. Just wave and there you go. And you know what? I love being able to do random acts of kindness today. And I only even noticed it to do it because I'm not living a self-centered, disease-infested life that I was before. And I'm so incredibly grateful for that, guys. And it just so happens to be the title of the reading today. And guys, bear with me. Like I said, in the last 48 hours, I've slept 3 hours. So I'm a little off today, but I'm doing my best. And I'm showing up because we show up for recovery, right? So self-centeredness is the title of the Just for Today NA meditation reading we're going to do. Self-centeredness. The spiritual part of our disease is our total self-centeredness. Well, what is self-centeredness? It is our belief that the world revolves around us. Our wishes, our demands are the only ones worth consideration. Our self-centered minds believe that they are capable of getting everything they want if only we would be left to our own devices. Self-centeredness assumes total self-sufficiency. We say that self-centeredness is a spiritual part of our disease because the self-centered mind cannot conceive of anything more important than itself. But there is a spiritual solution to our spiritual malady, the 12 steps of recovery. The steps lead us away from self-centeredness and toward God-centeredness. We strip away our delusions of self-sufficiency, nobody's self-sufficient, by admitting our own powerlessness and seeking the aid of a power greater than ourselves. We acknowledge the bankruptcy of our self-righteousness by admitting where we've been wrong, by making amends, and by seeking knowledge of what's right from God. And we deflate our overwhelming sense of self-importance by seeking to serve others. Again, random acts of kindness made me feel great today. By seeking to serve others, not only ourselves. The self-centeredness afflicting our spirit can be treated with a spiritual solution, the 12 steps of recovery. And then the affirmation is just for today: my guidance and my strength come from a higher power, not from my own self-will. I will practice the 12 steps to become more God-centered and less self-centered. And guys, I love how often I say, wow, look how these readings coincide with what's going on in my life. Literally, guys, as exhausted as I am, and I was actually running low on fuel, so I'm watching the gauge, and then I drive all the way to the diesel station, which allowed me to shovel out like an extra, 6 or 8 people. And they're closed because of the storm. Like first time I've ever seen gas stations run out of gas and diesel, and other ones be closed on a Monday afternoon because this was a majorly interrupting storm. And again, last time we've had big storms like this, guys, because I was always running around trying to get drugs or do something when I wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I was so just wrapped up in my own nonsense, my own self-centeredness, that I was never prepared. Now, yes, I'm exhausted, like I said, between the cold snap we had on Friday, all the no-heat calls, going to see my brother, and then getting all the calls come in on Saturday, running around trying to find my snow pants, which my brother's like, dude, if you just let me know you need them. They were 10 feet away from us the whole time on Saturday. And I went back Sunday morning and got them, so I was so happy to have those. I was prepared. I was dressed warm. I stayed dry. All my equipment was serviced and ran fantastically throughout the storm. I was on top of it because I got out there in plenty of time and wasn't rushing around. And I'm glad I was, guys, because there was times where there was so many people out playing in the snow because there was so much snow, guys. It came down like I've never seen anything like it. Literally, it takes me about 2 hours to do the loop of what I was snow blowing. And in the span of 2 hours, there was 6 more inches on the ground every time I came around and did a loop of snow blowing. And that's just, I'm just doing the city sidewalks. I had a crew shoveling stairs and walkways. Like, it was coming down crazy hard. Again, I stayed around until after the bulk of it died, around 11, 12 o'clock last night, and I knew, I was exhausted, and if I stayed out, it's going to get dangerous, and there were people everywhere, so I'm like, you know what, I got machines, the shovelers wanted to keep going, so it didn't build up on them. I said, that's fine, you guys can keep making money, I'm going to take a nap. And I came in, and I slept for like 3 or 4 hours, got back up, went back out, I felt good. Yes, I'm exhausted. I didn't have a break all weekend. I just worked, and then I just worked out of, I can't even do the math on that shift. But guys, I was cognizant, I was safe, I was prepared, I was not in a rush, and I saw, like, there was one point that I was coming up to a green light, and I saw a person skiing with a child in a snowsuit, and like, I'm talking a 2 or 3-year-old child who fell down in a snowbank, and I had the green light, and by the time the guy turned around in the skis, I would have ran the kid over if I hadn't been paying attention, or if I was flying around the way that I used to. So boom, called that a warning, and again, there was people everywhere, so I just drove around. Plus, it's my truck in 4-wheel drive. I don't want to be beating on the thing, so instead of beating the hell out of a truck and running around like a madman, I took my time, I made the proper precautions, I used the proper equipment, and I had a great storm, guys. On top of that, like, getting up this morning and going back out, I get everything done. Went and helped my friend Marlene out, and her, her father insisted on giving me some money today, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Marlene. That was very kind. Let your dad know it's not necessary. I enjoy doing it. It's hard to call it a random act of kindness when they're insisting on paying you for it. So, and again, I still appreciate. I definitely appreciate it. I love them. Marlene was out there with their kids and their dad, and they're all shoveling snow, and I was getting to help them move it. I felt good, right? So, furthermore, as I rode around. Now, guys, keep in mind, we got 30 plus inches of snow. There's a windrow, like 6 feet high, 10 feet deep, buried cars and driveway aprons, and And so people are shoveling 30 inches of snow in the driveway and then getting these plow windrows and just looking defeated. So as I drive by my machine, all it took was acknowledging me, waving and being smiling, because I'm waving to everybody. Every person that waved or smiled at me, I spun around and I either moved all the snow off. And I'm good with my machine. Literally, I'll get the snow right off your car. I leave nothing. Make people nervous, but I'm careful. Every one of them got their driveway cleared or their car unburied with my machine. What was going to take them 3 or 4 hours took me 5 seconds or 5 minutes, whatever it was, right? Didn't matter. It's my time, my fuel. And I just got to enjoy doing random acts of kindness. And furthermore, as I know some people are going to attempt to pay me, I never stopped the machine. I never dropped the throttle down. I never opened my window. I just waved, gave them a thumbs up, and kept taking off. People are like, hey, oh my God, thank you. Almost chasing me down the road, and I'm just boom, I'm off to the next one. Guys, I came in as exhausted as I am, and I'm talking every muscle in my body is sore. Climbing in and out, wrestling the machine, snowblower out of the back of my pickup truck. Like I'm all over 2 cities, right? But I feel great because that's what it is, guys. It's about serving others. It's about making a difference. It's about promoting kindness and just being the best version of myself, knowing I'm making a difference. Like there was a couple of elderly people that are out there looking like they're going to have a heart attack trying to move the snow. And I'm just pull up and I'm like, wave them out of the way. And they're like this, the look of excitement and ecstaticness, I don't know what the word is for it, as people realized I was spinning around to plow them out. Like, they were shocked, and it was beautiful, and it made my day. I'm feeling like I'm getting down, coming out with a cold again. I'm still fighting this cold, but being out like this didn't help, clearly. And I'm exhausted, right? I can't wait to go take a nap. I went through my video first because I'm concerned when I go lay down, I'm probably not going to wake up until tomorrow. I am exhausted. I'm beat. My body's beat up. Yeah, and it's been 4 long, hard days, but you know what? I made tons of money. I made a difference in my city around me. I performed huge services for random people in my community, promoting kindness, and I know they'll pay it forward. I could see the difference it made, like in their, you can see when somebody's just like shocked and happy about something. People pulling out their phone, taking pictures of me to share it with whoever, and like I love that today, guys. That's what I mean by being the best version of yourself. These are examples. And again, you may not have a machine, but guys, doing things like this, just going out of your way. I spent an extra 3 hours of, after I'm exhausted, pushing myself because it was making me feel good, and I knew I was making an impact, and I knew I was making a good difference. If the diesel station I drove up to was open and I could have filled my tank, I'd probably still be out there. But I'm low on fuel. I'm gonna have to go buy a can and go drive to another diesel station to fill my machine up so I can finish cleaning up. We get so much snow in here, guys. It's insane. I'm gonna have to wait for the city to do some snow removal so I got nowhere else to put snow at this point, and that's okay. I feel good. It was a beautiful thing, and it just, again, I love how these readings coincide with just what I'm doing. And again, I don't look at the reading the day before. I won't look at tomorrow's reading until tomorrow, just when I post a video. But so many times, as I notice and I take my inventory and say, what did I like about my day? Boom, there's the reading. And it shows me, boom, I'm on track. It shows me my intuition is plugged in. I'm working this program the way I'm supposed to. Before I even get the lesson for the day, I see how it correlates in my life today. That's what I mean by working a good program. That's what I mean by just being the best version of me. And guys, if you don't have a bobcat, that's okay. Go out and help somebody out as you're out doing something. I don't care if it's snow, I don't care whatever, but there's always a way to be of service. Whether you're, I talked about before, if you don't have a lot of community around you, go to church and hold the door for everybody walking out. Get there first and hold the door for the whole congregation. People will stop and talk to you. Do it week in and week out, and they'll start and talk to you more, and you'll get to know people, and you'll start to find invitations to whatever, right? This is how you build a life, guys. And again, I don't say this as any authority figure. I'm just sharing my experience of what I've been doing that's working so incredibly well. And it's amazing to me the amount of money that I make. Say, like my friend Doug called me, I don't even know what it's been, it's such a long weekend, or Monday, I'm still on the weekend. I think Saturday morning he called and let me know that he gave me a $20 an hour raise to my already extravagant rate for moving snow, because I'm running the whole show for him. And again, I see the difference as to why today, because I did an amazing job. We got things done. People are again, Doug calls me and lets me know. It's like, tenants are calling. It's just to say thank you, because it's, halfway through the storm's barely done, and boom, you got everybody plowed out, cleared out, shoveled off. And he goes, typically, and again, he's right. People typically will only call to report a problem. But when you do things right, when you stand out in every crowd, and you go over and above every way you can, you just make that your baseline. He gets calls complimenting me constantly, and he'll call me up and laugh, and he's like, man, like, I don't know how you do it. He goes, you're the only person I've ever known that my tenants regularly call me to say, hey, I just want to call and let you know Pat did an exceptional job. He really took care of us. He's amazing. You got to. It's beautiful, guys. And again, whether it's my recovery program, whether it's the doctors I work with, whether it's people at church, the tenants that are the non-paying part of my customers, because I treat people with respect and I look at their point of things, and I try to meet them halfway. And again, I've got to be there doing the work anyway. Why not just go the extra mile? And then boom, I get to go out and literally guys, I cleared like 30 or 35 driveways for free today, just as I was driving around. It's not that big a deal, but it made a huge impact in my community. I could see that it did, and it made me feel fantastic about myself. I am no longer living a self-centered life. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm completely and 100% God-centered, because I'm human and I'm not capable of that. But I'm much closer to God-centered than I am to self-centered today, and that's why I feel good about myself. And that was one of my biggest things, guys. I literally remember sitting in rehab, the first week of rehab, one of the first classes I was capable of engaging with, and they were like, what is the biggest thing you need to learn here? And the first thing that came honestly out of my mouth, as I was choking up and in tears, is why I hate myself so much that I choose to poison myself on a daily basis. And I look at that back now, and I get it. I'm glad I had the balls to admit that is how I was feeling. That is not how I feel today, boys and girls. I'm incredibly proud of myself. I'm proud of being a part of my community. I like the things that I do. I like what I stand for. I like that I have the balls to stand up. And as a matter of fact, I was talking about on Saturday, one of my friends who wanted me to help him fix his plow, and he didn't be bothered. Well, it turns out that his plow route overlaps one of the properties that I take care of. I ran into him a number of times today over the storm, and again, pulled right up. Hey, what's up, my friend? How are you? Shaking hands. Hey, what's going on? How you'd make out? And his plow wasn't working properly, but he was out there making money, and he's like, and I go, listen, you understand? He goes, no, I know. He goes, I just can't believe how busy you are. And I said, well, Chris, I'm building a good business. And he goes, no, I totally understand, and I appreciate it, and I know for a fact if you could have, you would have. And Mike, of course you would. You're right. And I'm not going to call him out and say, oh, you never pay me and make him feel bad. But he's still my friend, and that's the thing, guys. My point being is now I stick up for myself, and I put my needs first, and it doesn't have to cost me friendships. He understands that, yeah, I'm booked and busy. I couldn't make it, and it was his fault, not mine, and we're still good friends, and made plans to look at it later this week, and we bumped into each other first thing last night, and again this morning a number of times, and every time, hey, how you doing, how's it going, this, that, the other. Guys, when you put your needs first, and you stick up for yourself, and you put people in their place, then it doesn't have to cost you anything, including the friendship or the relationship, if they respect you. And I see now that even though my friend is apt to take advantage when he can, because he's frugal, I'll call it, but he's still my friend, and he doesn't hold the fact that I was not available to take care of him during a storm when he knew he was pushing his luck against me, and just justifies and reiterates to myself that I made the right call, just like so many things do, guys. And I see that now because I pay attention to everything in my life. Funny how all these things come together and make such a difference. Guys, that is the video for today. I hope it made sense, because my brain is cooked. My body is fried. I'm exhausted. I need a hot shower and a long nap. But anyway, recovery does come first, and I promise you I'd make my video, and I'm glad I'm doing it from inside the house and not in the cab of the Bobcat. But either way, it was going to get done. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We will see you in the next one.